Mr. Clerk, if you would call the roll.
Alderman Vollmer.
Present.
Alderman Howard. Alderman Arnowitz.
Present.
Alderwoman Green.
Present.
Alderman Oldenburg. Chairwoman Tyus.
Present.
Alderwoman Howard. Alderman Oldenburg. You have 4 present.
Okay, a quorum being present, the engrossment rules and resolution credentials meeting is called to order. The first order of business, I always excuse the alderman to the end, is approval of minutes. And we have minutes before us, and the minutes are from June 26th and July 2nd.
Make a motion to approve the minutes
Second.
from June 26th.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Clerk, can you call the roll?
Alderman Vollmer.
Aye.
Alderman Howard. Alderman Arnowitz.
Aye.
Alderwoman Green.
Aye.
Alderman Oldenburg. Chairwoman Tyus.
Aye.
Alderman Howard. Alderman Oldenburg. You have 4 aye votes.
Okay, with your vote, you've passed the minutes, and
Thank you,
Alderman, I
Joe.
just want to inquire, is it all right if we use previous roles to continue our
Previous
business?
Aye.
Okay, I always ask before people leave, okay? All right, so now we also have the minutes from
June.
July 2nd? No, this is the agenda. Okay, I got 2. I thought we had, okay.
Hey.
Do you want me to call the marshal? I saw you were assaulted. Okay, I'm sorry, I thought we had 2 minutes, okay? Now we have board bills to go over. The first is Board Bill number 23 is the first item. It's sponsored by Alderwoman Middlebrook. I actually had made a call over to Mr. Wilson because there was a question by Alderwoman Green regarding the fact that on all of these bills, when you get to the fiscal impact statement, and you look at the back page, the type of impact is none. And so 10-year tax abatement does have some kind of impact. And so we want to question why they're putting none there. So we made a call while we were waiting, but I haven't heard anything back from,
I think the request needs to be that the actual financial.
wait.
Sorry.
That's, okay. So we're gonna ask for a little bit more information, and so, with that, I'm gonna open it up for discussion. Alderwoman, what was your concern?
I think that, theoretically, SLDC does a financial analysis for each one of these. And it seems to me what needs to happen is that needs to actually be attached to, they do the thing that gives you the 4 stars or whatever. It seems like that is what needs to be here, and then the type of impact needs to be whatever that foregone revenue is that is listed in that financial analysis that they give us.
Okay. So we haven't told them this before, so I would like to say that going forward, that we require
Yes.
this not to
today.
do retroactive, okay?
Okay.
All right, but I have written this down, and I think all of them have that same problem.
Yeah.
So we will make that suggestion, and in fact, before I even make the final bill, I might talk to them, before I do the,
Talk to
Growth.
that.
enrollment.
Oh,
I will talk to them about that, okay?
okay.
We're doing an engrossment right now, and then
Right.
I sign enrollment, which we're gonna
Oh,
bring that to
okay,
committee also.
okay.
That's the green copy. You need some? Okay. Okay. So, noting that need to change what we receive, we're gonna go through these board bills looking for, and I haven't had time, because I've been busy, I haven't had time to go through them. I usually go through them and pre-read them. So we're gonna take a few minutes to go through board bill 23. I'm looking for attachment A. I'm gonna ask them to put attachments bolded, because it makes it hard, okay? Okay, so I see where it refers to attachment A. But then attachment A, is there an exhibit A too? Oh, there's some exhibits, let me see where they are. In this. You should have referrals to exhibits that go all the way through E. I don't see so many.
Exhibits go all the way through F, don't they?
Oh, okay, I only see.
Yeah. The last one says blighting report.
Oh, F, okay. So I don't see any referrals, so maybe they're part of attachment A, legal description, okay. That's the legal, and then attachment B is the blighting study. And what are the exhibits a part of the blighting study?
Let's see. Well, let's see, I see exhibit C.
Where is that, what page?
Exhibit C's on page,
It's part of the it's part of exhibit
yes.
of attachment B?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay, and what's the numbering that's on there? 10, 11, what paragraph numbers?
Where did I just see this at, I said? Isn't that terrible? I hate that.
I see it right here, it's under B, subparagraph 2.
2, yes.
Right. Okay, so there's exhibit C, so the other exhibits should be in here someplace. Here's another part of
Why can't
exhibit C.
they just need to make it more simple.
Well, they can bold them. They
Exhibit
just-
C, yes, under
Here's
6 on the, we don't even have pages numbered at the bottom.
Exactly, that's another thing. I see on the first page, exhibit A, B, and F.
Yeah. And then on
And
these other,
exhibit A is what.
the other two, it's kinda like,
The paging, the page
they're
numbering.
all over,
Right.
I guess I would say.
Well, if we bolded them, we would know where they
Yeah.
are, so,
Which would make it easier, cause they would stick out.
and we should have page numbers on these
And
things.
then exhibit C, I see that.
So here's exhibit B on the first place, so I have A, B, F on the first page, C on the second page, existing conditions and finding blights is the second, proposed development and regulation. C is also
On
under
the next
circulation.
And then,
D is on execution of project, subparagraph 2.
you said that's
E is on-
exhibit D, Alderwoman?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
E is on, under G, compliance, subparagraph 3, laws and regulation, the last paragraph, the last sentence.
Okay, yes.
I'm looking for F, what is F? Let me see what I'm looking for, I'm missing. So, I think we're missing this F. Looking for F, we have found every other referral at least once in here, except for I didn't remember seeing F. Maybe we'll bring them over so they can see how hard it is when we're going through this stuff without page numbering and when they don't bold where they
Well, now they got this in the back for, under the blighting for exhibit
Yes,
F.
but it's, where is it referred to in this? That's what I'm trying to
As a
find.
result of sections. But it doesn't really tell you, what page it's on, I don't think. Is it just?
But we should, through here someplace, there should be a referral to
Yeah,
F.
unless, is F out of order, maybe on one of the first
It
pages?
can be on any page, that's as
Yeah.
long as it's on someplace in here,
Okay,
Marnie.
so, I got my, I even cleaned my glasses this morning, so you know. And Megan's got glasses, so we got a lot of eyes looking at this. But, I mean, I still don't see F yet.
F is the very last, oh, you mean in,
Yeah,
Good morning, Alderman.
yeah, that's where I found it at, but I'm looking
I
through
see.
here,
I
Maggie.
don't
I
see it in
people
there
for the first
either.
time.
Good morning, Alderwoman, and Alderman.
Okay.
Good morning,
The
good
name,
morning.
of course.
So, I mean, I'm like Megan, I don't see this.
Me either.
Oh, could I ask, can we set this board bill to the side and do the other ones? Because
Yes.
It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, and if we can't find it the second time we go through, we just can't do
Let
anything
me see
with
if
it.
it's, let me just look at it to see if it's something that, okay. There is something from multiple.
Well, here's
blighting
a F
report.
under,
It says a blighting report, so
but,
where's the F?
but that's not the same thing.
No,
Right.
right.
no, if this was all given to us on iPads, we could easily do a search function.
I know.
Saying.
Attachment A is here. We'll just try one more time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna read it. Look, attachment B is here. Plan for development may require by the eminent domain is unoccupied. It's place. 10-year tax abatement. Dave, is this one of yours that Middlebrook is doing?
Absolutely not.
Dave's stuff would
Thank
be
you
right.
for asking. I would, trust me, if it was mine, I would have jumped up. I wouldn't be this calm.
Dave,
You know me better than that. I couldn't just sit here.
I just thought maybe you would help us out a
Oh,
little.
I'm happy to help.
Dave would be able to tell you everything's at in this bill.
I do.
One thing Dave could do was give you an answer on his bills.
I was just gonna complain profusely to you that
That's okay.
Okay. we still looking for F.
Yep.
Exhibit F?
Yeah, we have an exhibit F, we just don't have
It's
any
just not-
referral to it.
Reference.
There's no reference to it?
Right.
No, we can't find it.
We're looking for the blighting, something either exhibit F or blighting report for the address, let's see. Areas blighted, in kind name and description, attachment A, attachment B.
Let me do a search.
You gonna do a search? Okay, we're gonna move on to the other ones, while we do this, okay? As, a great suggestion by the alderman from the 12th, that we move on to the next one because.
Well, we have 6 sets of eyes here. You have glasses, Megan?
Right. Okay, we couldn't find something in Board Bill 23, so we're gonna come back and we're gonna move on to Board Bill 25, sponsored by Alderman Gunther. And the same things that we said for Board Bill 23 as far as the type of the impact and the numbering and stuff also hold true. And we're gonna see if we find everything that's supposed to be attached to this one, so. So this goes through Exhibit E.
Mm-hmm.
Attachment A. Attachment A, page numbers. No, it says go through, okay, through G, exhibits. Exhibits B, C, and D are on the front page. F is on the front page. B, okay, B, C, D, F. A rules meeting. Oh, you know what? I found F. It's under general condition in the other one. Go back to that one and look on, the first, right up after exhibits, exhibit F is on, existing conditions and findings of blight. And that's where it's gonna be, when I went through this one,
Oh.
Okay.
see it right here, second paragraph. All those eyes, nobody could see. I only found it because I found it here.
The pencil was small.
Okay, right, so now we have everything, we can go on with this one, we'll do them both at the same time.
Okay,
Okay, so now what I'm doing is checking off as I find them.
well, good.
I found it,
Existing conditions.
yes. I'm faster than search, okay? This is what I did, this is what happened, so when I found it in this one, I said, oh, that must be where it is for everything, okay, so now I'm just
Well,
looking
it
for,
just seems funny to, what the places it's at.
we're looking for A and G. I have it, here's G on this page, and they got this page just numbered here, actually. So we're looking for A.
Yeah, I noticed they have numbers.
Right, that's where they all should be.
So somebody else did that one.
What is A? A legal description, so that might be. Personal location, compliance, land use, first legal description. Exhibit A is on the front page, okay? Now that, it's better to use the exhibits outline, cause then it kinda will tell us where it
Yeah.
is, okay? So, we have everything, I found, exhibit A is on page 1,
Mhm.
B, C, and D is on page 1, F is on page 1, and then G is on page 2. I'm only just referring to one time, cause there's several other places where they are, so I found everything in this one. This is Zachary Wilson, excuse me. Mr. Wilson? Okay. Mr. Wilson? This is Alderwoman Tice, we're in the middle of a rules meeting, so I have you on speakerphone, I just want you to know. Okay, 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 I always tell people that, so we're going through, some board bills that you did, and so we had some concerns. One of the things is when you get to the fiscal note, there has no type of, and when you say type of impact, it says none. And we feel like that we need an analysis to be attached. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do a, analysis, what we usually do is analysis, well, we tend to, there's two things. We have an in-depth analysis for, projects over $1 million.
Okay,
We also do analysis for taxing districts, we mail out to taxing districts, so I guess we could include those with the board bills from now on,
okay.
if you want.
And don't you also do something about foregone revenue or what's gonna be, the revenue that's gonna be missed?
We do a projection, and that's what we do that's what we send the taxing districts.
Okay, so we would like that attached, okay?
Okay.
And then also, we need to have exhibits bolded, because it's very hard, because we have to go through and make sure everything is attached, it's in its place, it's very hard to find them. But if you put exhibits bolded in there, we can find them a lot easier.
Okay.
And we need the page numbers on them. When you get into, as soon as you get out of the board bill itself, and you get into the exhibits and things, now some you have the page and attachment, some you have the number, and some you don't. So we have Gunther's, it's numbered by you. Then we have Middlebrook's, there's no numbering.
Okay. Millbrook was an amendment, correct? So amending the plan?
It's, let's see, approving a redevelopment for Broadway.
She has multiple.
Oh, Broadway,
Oh,
okay.
she has,
No problem.
right,
Okay.
but some of the pages are numbered and some of them are not, and we just need them numbered, because when we're referring to stuff and going back and forth, it makes it real hard,
I understand.
okay?
So you want exhibits bolded, page numbers, and impact statements, what we send to taxing districts
And,
included?
and the analysis,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
All righty, anything else, Alderwoman?
That's it.
All right, thanks a lot, appreciate it.
Hey, you all want to have a good one.
You too, bye. Okay, we're back at it.
What do you say, he'll do better next time?
He's gonna get what we need, okay?
Alright, good, well, that helps.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to Board Bill 23, we found all the amendments,
Okay.
okay, and I'm gonna wait for the clerk for a minute.
It sounds like it'd be easier though if he just do it a different way where we can find it just as easy.
Well, now, you, if you weren't over there talking to Dave, you could've had all kind of input. Dave was, we're gonna put him out of here, he was,
They would've had this right.
okay. We're waiting for you, Mr. Clerk. Thank you. Okay,
Okay.
yes. Okay, so Board Bill 23, we passed all the amendments, I couldn't find anything wrong with it. Does any of the members find any problems with Board Bill 23? If not, I entertain a motion for a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion that we pass board bill number 23 out of committee
With the due pass
with the due
recommendation.
pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous row.
There's been a motion and a second and a call for previous roll. Any objections? Seeing none, hearing none. Rather, Board Bill 23 is passed out with a due pass recommendation. Okay, Board Bill 25 is a, let me turn this off and put this away. Board Bill 25 is a blighting bill introduced by Alderman Dan Gunther. It's the 3223 Oregon. We also have gone through this board bill. I want to make a note that we did talk with Zachary Wilson of SLDC, and so we made known the things that we would like to see attached to our board bills, including the numbering of pages, the fiscal impact, the analysis, and the bolding of the attachments and exhibits so we can find them, and he said he would do that. And in further board bills that we received from him. And so I have gone through Board Bill 25, and I think the committee members have. Does anybody have any problems? Okay, seeing as there are no problems with Board Bill 25, entertain a motion for a due pass recommendation out.
I make a motion that we pass board bill number 25 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous row.
A motion and a second, and a call for previous roll. Any objections? Hearing none, Board Bill 25 is passed out with a due pass recommendation. Now we're gonna go over a couple more, if you need to go and do something. Okay. All right, we'll do a couple, so if you need to take a few minutes. Okay. We'll try to do as many as we can, that way when you come back, we'll do them all. Right. Okay, so you go on and we'll just do all of these first, and then I'll let you know when we're finished. How about that? Okay. Okay, the next one is Board Bill 26, which also is sponsored by Alderman Gunther. 291115 Ohio. So we got through G with exhibits.
It looks correct.
B, C, D, F.
Mhm.
So what about
You got
E and G.
You got G.
Okay, where's G? This has got page, okay, G is on page 2.
Yes.
Where's F? F, no, yep, F is on page 2 also.
Yes.
So, got it. So, we're just gonna put that to the side and do all of them, so that when it comes back, we can just vote them through.
Okay.
Okay, next board bill is, okay, I got 52 and 53, but I see there's
I got
46.
46.
That's what I'm looking for.
You got 2.
Oh, that's a thin one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey.
okay. Board Bill 46, introduced by Alderwoman Lisa Middlebrook. It's amending ordinance 6972, modifying the terms of real estate tax abatement. Pretty short bill. I don't like the way they do this, but I guess,
It's not the same format as the others.
right, I know, but I don't.
Oh, this is on her look away project.
Yeah, if you look on page 2 or 3 though, I don't know what that is that they do. I'm gonna take some of them over there and talk to them about it. Fiscal notice, the same concern. As we finish.
First one I've seen like that.
Oh, we had one like this. I know, they just do it the way they want to, I guess. Wait a minute, section 17 of ordinance and section. Oh, one problem we have, and I can get them to do is, the mending ordinances are supposed to be attached. So 69782 needs to be attached, but I can get that. That's an old ordinance. Yes. Okay, so, just a little problem, turn it up. Going on to Board Bill 52, which is a ordinance by Alderman, introduced by Alderman Jack Coder. And it is a redevelopment plan for 1014, 1018 Olive. Ten-year tax abatement. A, B, C, and D. Here's the A.
Where's G?
This last one's
There's-
sustainability report. No report?
There's no G.
Mhm. So we're missing something. Is it even referred to in the, did you find G? I see where it says we're supposed to have it.
You say we're looking for G?
Yeah.
No, G,
Oh, the other part.
the exhibit.
Oh, the
Exhibit G.
exhibit, okay.
Which theoretically should be after F.
Right.
It's not.
It's not attached, and I don't see it referred to
Yeah.
in the, oh, that's section G. No, this is, okay, this is It's a section G, not exhibit.
Jeez.
So it's missing the actual exhibit as long with, there's no reference to it. Sustainability report, lighting report is there. So this one has problems, missing G, and no reference to G. Okay. We
I
wanna move on?
don't see it.
It's not.
It's not there.
Moving on to Board Bill 53, I'm writing notes about the ones that have problems.
Okay.
This is a bill sponsored by Alderman Jesse Todd. It is a blighting redevelopment plan for 4629 through 4631 and 4715 Washington Boulevard.
Yes.
Okay, this one has G.
First thing, okay, you start from the back, do you?
No, I'm looking for my
She's a
attachments.
speed reader.
I know.
So this one has them all.
She's making us feel old, isn't she, Larry? We're gonna put her off this committee. You have to be a certain age to be on this committee. She's too young.
I'm glad she is.
Trying to speed us along here.
Grandpa and Grandma, hurry up.
Everything looks alright.
This one's fine.
A, B, C, and D. Is Mr. Wilson do all of them?
Yep.
Okay. F. Just go on and then I'll read them as I get to them, so we don't have to slow down for us old people. But I'm thankful that I'm old.
Attachment A.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you though, I see where we actually have G, but where is it
So
referred
then
to?
this one has G, but it's not listed in the exhibit.
And this Todd's, is that the one?
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I don't see it
Yeah.
now, Speedy, you come and show me where.
So are you in 53 or 54?
No, I'm on 53.
So 53, it's
Where's it
there.
referred to? Exhibit G.
Yeah, it's referred to there.
Yeah, but it's not, okay, that's just a listing, but it should also be referred to in something here. As all the rest of them, so this is listed, and then if you go through, you'll see A, B, C, and D, in which it talks about each of these things. It talks about everything, but I haven't found G that it talks about at all, sustainability report. And it says all exhibits are incorporated by reference. So that means it should be referred to someplace.
I mean, it says in J, exhibits, all attached exhibits are hereby incorporated by reference into this plan.
Yes, and by reference usually means that it's referred to someplace in, not just as a listing as exhibit and exhibit, but if you go through everything else, it will talk and speak to, rather. Like if you look on page 1, it'll say area is attached and labeled exhibit A. So it's referenced in the actual plan exhibit. Okay. What does, like it says.
Exhibit G under development objectives, proposed development and regulations, page 2.
Okay, great. See, that's what I'm looking for, okay? Because when you look at the report, it actually says, it tells you what applies and what doesn't. Like it says, reinforce the city's central quarter as a dynamic heart of the region. That's applicable. Isn't that interesting? Aren't you glad to know that? Addressing blight and environmental, okay. The first one got on my nerves, but okay. So that one's good.
So for the next one,
54,
Exhibit G is referenced to,
okay.
but then it's not in the table of contents. But then it is attached.
Okay, let's see here what we have here. Okay, so I go and I check them off. So yeah, I'm with you. We need to put this on iPads and start
Oh,
searching.
it is. No, that's yours, man. I'm just walking in and yelling at her.
Okay, so we have A, I know. B. F. C, D, E, C. And I see G here, right here, missing. And equal opportunity, so we have. This really makes me wonder what has gone out before. Okay. Okay, so we have the report and we have the mention in the bill, but we're missing the, exhibit lists. And that was 54. Okay, 55 is Marlene Davis.
And it's the same issue. G is not listed in the exhibits, but it is mentioned in the attachment, and it is attached.
So I'm gonna have them just correct, this is, they can be corrected pretty easy. Let's see here. Marlon Davis is a redevelopment plan for Dr. Martin Luther King, a blighting area. The address is 1900 to 34 Dr. Martin Luther King, and 1917 to 35 Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay, I see attachment A. Let's refer to attachment B any place in here. Okay, that's exhibit at B, that's not attachment B. So attachment A, attachment B. So I have attachment A, I see exhibit B. There's attachment B. So we're looking for 55 for an attachment B. Did you find attachment B, Megan, by any chance?
I thought I saw it.
I saw exhibit B. I bet you that exhibit.
Yes, attachment B.
Yeah, I see it, but I'm saying in the actual written part of the board bill.
Oh.
I bet you this exhibit B is supposed to probably be attached. Right. And then this would be through here, exhibit A, B, F, C, D, E. Those lands, acquisition. Here's G, was not here. C. Acquisition. Acquisition. They must cut and paste these things.
Mhm.
Here's section G. I still don't see any reference to D. Okay, exhibit. So do you see anything that says reference to D? So D cannot be incorporated if it's not referenced anyplace in this. Condition of the area, the present land use, present current zoning, development project this proposed lands of the area, proposed zoning, relationship to local business object, proposed employment, federal circulation. Oh, here's exhibit D on page 6. All right. That's good. So that's missing this. Okay, board rule 61. It's a board bill sponsored by Alderwoman Davis, which is 720 through 812 South Teresa Avenue. It's a blighting bill.
Same issue with G being referenced but not in the exhibits. And then G is also not actually incorporated or attached.
See page 109. They're doing too many board bills.
Well, what's just weird is it seems to be a standard thing, but for some reason, they can't get the standardization right.
Because they're cutting and pasting, and whenever you cut and paste, that's what you're gonna run into.
Yeah, so it's missing G.
Okay, missing G. We have, I see here, A, B, A, B, F. G. So G we have, but no, not listed. C and D. That's exhibit C. And exhibit D.
Is this a private meeting?
No, it's the rules and
Rules.
regulations.
Oh, okay.
You're welcome to come.
Any trouble?
There would never be any trouble with us three sitting here.
That's the guy in the right of this room.
Now that guy over there, I think that's the trouble over there. All righty.
See D.
Let's see, is this attached? So, in the one, in Marlene's, G is not listed or attached?
Correct.
I'm sure it's pretty boring if they're watching us do it this way, but it'll be easier when Terry comes back in here. Okay, now we're gonna look at Board Bill 66, sponsored by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. It's a redevelopment plan, and it is for 1221 Locust Street. Same.
G is missing, G is mentioned in this one but not attached.
Of course. We gotta
And
give
it's
us
referenced within it too, it's just not attached. I don't
Yes.
understand how the logic here.
They
this
wanna
is-
see if we're awake and if
Yeah.
we're really doing a job, okay, so
It's
we
just-
are.
They've figured out every possible
Combination.
scenario to mess this up.
I'm just saying, if we go back over the ones that we haven't been, looking at for the prior years.
Yeah, everything else was.
Opportunity. And it's the same old report. Where did you see that, the report reference, do you remember?
For G,
Mm-hmm.
it's right on the same page where, I guess page 2. Page 2, halfway down, under proposed development and regulations.
Okay, exhibit G, okay. Just missing the report. Actual exhibit. Well, we could probably put these board bills together and have a whole one.
You might have a complete one.
Before I call Terry, I'm gonna call them back over to see if they can start sending this stuff over, because I think we can pass most of them out. If they send us a corrected copy. Let's see, Board Bill 69 is a board bill sponsored by Alderman Joseph Volmer. And it's a ordinance recommended by the Board of V&A authorizing, directing the issuance and delivery of not to exceed $5,172,000 plus cost principal amount of tax increment in special district for the Northeast Hampton I-44 redevelopment project. Otherwise known as a TIF.
So it makes reference to both Exhibit A and Exhibit B, neither of which are attached.
They were sent, they've been sent,
Okay,
To
they're
you.
not with what they gave us.
well, I mean, we sent them. Exhibit A
Okay,
and B.
you need to be recognized, okay? Mr. Sweeney, are you recognized, are you saying that they were sent over to the Board of Aldermen, or were they sent to SLDC?
Board of Aldermen.
Okay, so he's saying we're on 69, all of these, most of these are missing something, okay? We're on Board Bill 69, and there's a reference to Exhibits A and B,
Yes.
and there's no A and B in
There's no
this.
attachments.
Right, and he said that they were sent, this one is, Exhibit B is bolded even.
Yeah. Exhibit A was too. That was nice. I like that.
Right, that part
It
is
makes it
good,
easy
we
to
just don't
find.
have it. So as you can see, Mr. Sweeney, this is a good thing we're doing this, okay? You actually have your board bills that are correct when they get signed. So we can't get any further than that because we don't have anything attached, okay? Missing exhibits. Yes, sir.
I do have a copy where there were blanks, so where it says 20, it was either 19 or 20. We hope to go to market in 19, so I've inserted that and sent that to the clerk as well as the date of when it was introduced. Again, it was blank because we didn't
You
know.
probably get to be sick.
I apologize.
Okay.
And it was, man. And
So
it was-
start over again, so this.
Sure, it was blank. There are blanks on pages 2, 5, 6, and 7.
Are you talking about in the exhibits?
No, I'm
In-
talking about the board bill, where it
Okay.
says 20 blank, it's in the intro even. That's the year, and so we didn't know if it would be 19 or 20 depending on when it would be introduced. Do you see where I'm talking about? Where it says
What-
bonds A?
Can you
Sure.
get a copy?
I can.
Thank you. Do you want one that we have, or you have your own?
I have my own
Okay.
that I made. Line, starting with, page 1, line 3, in the
Okay.
introduction where it says series 20 blank blank.
Oh,
Or
it doesn't
dash.
here.
It says Series 2019 here.
Then he printed it, then
Yeah.
you got it. The clerk's
I'm
ahead
like,
of it.
I didn't see any
Well,
blanks. What
okay.
are you talking
Like, I didn't see
about?
Those were sent, so,
Okay.
good, thank you.
All right, thank you anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that,
People tend to get really defensive. We really are here to catch the mistakes so that we don't send stuff out that's not correct, okay?
well, I don't know about mistakes, but,
Or, well, if
Omissions.
you forget, omission is a
absolutely.
mistake.
Well, I
Okay,
wouldn't
so,
call it a mission of mistake, but.
oh, there are lies by commission and omission, so I'm being nice to say mistake, okay?
Well, I don't take offense to a lie, anything I've ever written.
I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying when a mistake is, you didn't put it in there, you sent it over, somebody else didn't put it in there. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying whose part it is, it's just not in there when we get it.
Understood.
Okay, so we're at Board Bill 70, and we haven't had anything that was right yet. We got all kind of things to address, okay? And Board Bill 70 is a bill sponsored by Alderman Shameen Clark Hubbard. It's a redevelopment plan for 5236 Vernon Avenue.
I know where that's at.
I want to say, Mr. Sweeney, we do like that you bolded your attachments and your exhibit, and could you please continue to do that, all right?
Absolutely.
Okay, G is attached, reference, but not in the exhibit table of contents.
All right. We'll get back to this in a minute. I'll get back to that when I'm finishing with that one. Okay, let's see, we're on 70, and then we're gonna go back and some things can be corrected, I can kind of show you. Like, this says there's just a report, but the report is not part of it. Okay, sometimes it doesn't list the report, and the report is actually attached, so we wrote little notes for everything in the report. Exactly. And they did it all kind of different ways that they did it. It's, the report is here, it's not listed, it's not referred to, it's always something in here, so that's it. So we're on 70. C-U-D-E. this one. F is the blighting report. Do you know where F was? I don't see it in here. I know I'm missing it, 'cause
No,
I'm-
yeah, I saw it. Page 2, or wait, no, that's market type F. Sorry, not a exhibit F.
and then there's no, it's G is attached,
But it's not listed in the exhibits.
and is it referenced?
It is referenced.
Okay, so I'm looking for F and G to mark, because I'm keeping a copy that's marked.
G is referenced on page 2. F I have not found.
G, okay. So we need to add that. But it is referenced and it's attached. Okay, so we're looking for the blighting report. Oh, it's on the front page. On the first page, exhibit F. Okay. All right, we're about at our limit here. I don't want any more board bills at the same time. We're at Board Bill 72, sponsored by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. It's a blighting and redevelopment plan for 1528 through 1530 Locust. So there's attachment A. B, F. Exhibit A. Okay, A, B, F is on the front page. G, so we don't have it again. Listing report. But it is mentioned. C. The acquisition map. And I don't know what it looks like. That's E. Where is acquisition map? Is that under what? I should know what that's under. That's D. Yeah, it's referred to someplace in here. It's under the same one. I need to remember that. I remember pretty much where everything else is now. Hey Larry, there's a free round of golf if you could find D in this.
There is? Alright.
Here it is, I got it too bad, page 6. You missed out on it.
I just turned the page.
Okay.
Dog, I wanted to find that.
Thank you, God, for saving me the cost of a round of golf. Okay, we're at Board Bill 74, introduced by 28th Ward Alderwoman Heather Navarro, and it is an ordinance amending an ordinance which should be attached. Okay, and it is authorizing the execution of a First Amendment to redevelopment agreement between the City of St. Louis and Pace Delmar Associates. Attached. Should be. Exhibit A, oh, it's
I think
bold,
it's actually done correctly.
Look at that.
except for, we need to ordinance attach,
Oh, yep.
yeah. We can get those all, cause we got plenty of
Yes,
things.
everything.
Right, so I just figured just, okay, we'll go through them before we even vote, so we can kinda tell you exhibit A, okay, great, 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 great. Whew, I mean, this was hard, you guys. All right, let's start from, oh, we gotta go back, so I didn't go to Mr. Sweeney's, we're going back to, in case we didn't,
Oh,
Board
yeah,
Bill
that
69, we put that aside,
It's good now.
right. And it's missing exhibits A and B, and he thought you didn't put his numbers in, but you had, so he was quite pleased.
No, I had sent them.
Oh, you had, okay. He told us there were blanks, and we were like, what are you talking about? Okay, so he had put in the Series 219 and didn't know that he had.
Did you know they sent that?
Doing a lot of stuff, I'm sure. So when I leave the board of Alderman, I'm gonna go work for Mr. Sweeney.
Megan, you got any cough drops too?
Oh, it's all allergies.
Oh, is it?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah,
He did realize
it's
that.
just allergies.
He did, but he didn't know he had got
They
it
asked you
printed
to
out
see
like
double
that.
K.
He said, you got it, you sent it.
Yes, yes, correct.
Let's see. Exhibit A, so now it's attached a reference, okay. The TIF note, another note. I like this bolding. I like the page numbers. You go to the head of the class, Mr. Sweeney. You must have been trained at the Board of
Well,
Aldermen.
you can clearly tell I didn't write it. Somebody else in my office did, so
No.
I'll let them know.
Well, whoever did it,
I'll let Missy McCoy know.
tell them that
I
I like them. They could come work for me, okay?
Absolutely. I will let her know. Today's her birthday. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Tell the day stuff is right,
Well,
the way it's supposed to be.
better surround yourself with smart people.
Okay. Now, it is blank on the Schedule A. The TIF note is one of the Series 20, and that is, should that be 19 also?
Right.
Okay. And that's on A9. And we won't know what the actual TIF and the principal, that is.
Until it's.
Right, I understand that. So we need a correction there. Okay, Mr. Sweeney, can you take a seat? I want to ask you about B, the form of letter of representation. So we
I
don't,
don't have it in front of me.
okay, can you give him, pass it down, pass it down. Exhibit B, page B1. Thank you for being here, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we're looking in the first paragraph, there are several blanks. I know this one is Series 2019 AB, so I know that can be filled in. How come, why don't we have the ordinance number for the TIF notes as they are set forth in? Are we waiting for this actual ordinance number?
Correct.
Not a previous one?
Correct.
Okay. And the board bill? is-
69,
Okay, that's what I thought, and it's not any,
and it's not adopted yet.
yep, but I'm just saying, this is board bill 69, okay?
Correct.
But it could be if there was, no, because this is perfection, so there won't be a committee substitute, and there won't be a floor substitute, so it is 69, okay?
Well, there could be. There always could be. They could suspend the rules
But it would have
and do
to,
it.
if they do that, we'd have to, it has to come back
Understood.
here.
Yes,
Okay,
understood.
and then we would change that,
Mhm.
okay? All right, and then we don't know the date it's gonna be adopted on, so that's remains blank. Okay, those are my questions. Thank you.
And I'll send a new electronic version.
Okay.
With those blanks.
Okay, so, where should we start? Okay, let's start at the beginning. We passed,
We passed 23 and 25, I believe.
yes, we did. Okay, starting with 26.
26, yes.
So 26 was all there, I think. Yes.
I had that in my complete pile.
Okay, so let's pass out the ones that are done and then we'll address the ones that are problems, okay?
Okay.
All right, Board Bill 26 is a board bill introduced by Alderman Dan Gunther. It's a redevelopment plan for 2911 through 2915 Ohio. The committee has gone through this board bill and we found no problems with the board bill. And I'd entertain a motion to pass out with a do-pass recommendation.
I make a motion that we pass board bill number 26 out of committee with a due pass recommendation.
Second, previous roll.
Been a motion, a second, call for previous roll. Any objection? Hearing none. Board Bill 26 passed out with a do-pass recommendation. Okay, the next board bill, is Board Bill 46. It does not have the ordinance that is amending attached. So what I'm gonna just say is, if we could pass it out, then we'll give you a note and we'll attach them later. Okay? Board Bill number 46 is a board bill introduced by Alderwoman Lisa Middlebrook. It amends ordinance 69782. The committee has gone through this board bill, and pending the attachment of ordinance 69782, I'd entertain a motion to pass out Board Bill 46 with a due pass recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I make a motion that we pass board bill number 46 out of committee as recommended.
Second.
Previous roll.
Being a motion and a second and a call for previous roll. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 46 is passed out pending attaching 69782 with a due pass recommendation. If you can read my script. Oh, okay,
It just needs to be
okay,
attached.
okay. So now we start to get into, let me see if I can get one, this is missing something. Okay, 53 I think was all good. They did not have a sustainability report or not. Yes, it did, so everything. Okay, now we're gonna go to Board Bill 53, introduced by Alderman Jesse Todd. It's a redevelopment plan for 4629 through 4631 and 4715 Washington Boulevard. Committee has gone through this board bill, finding no deficits. I'd entertain a motion to pass Board Bill 53 out with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion we pass board bill number 53 out of committee.
Due pass recommendation.
Due pass recommendation. I just lost my train of
I
thought.
understand.
Second,
Previous roll.
There's been a motion, a second, and call for previous roll.
Wow.
Any objections to previous roll? Hearing none, Board Bill 53 is passed out with a due pass recommendation. Let's see here. All these other ones got,
52.
I think 52.
what's that?
52.
53, I'm sorry. Did I say 52?
No, you said
You said
50.
53.
Yeah,
But-
that was 53.
Was we looking for?
No, we got
something?
these.
We were doing
Yes.
the ones
Yeah.
that
We
were
were doing all the
correct.
Oh,
ones
that's
that
right, that's
didn't
correct.
have problems.
Right,
Okay, and the rest of them have problems.
so 54, 55.
So we're gonna go back to
50.
52, was missing Exhibit G. And
Oh,
also,
yeah.
and there was no reference to Exhibit G in here. So we didn't, let's see here. There, in the listing of exhibits, it talks about this, 52 is Board Bill 52 is a board bill introduced by Alderman Jack Coder. And, when we go to the exhibit list, it says they're supposed to have an Exhibit G, a sustainability report. It was missing, and it was not referred to in any parts of this board bill. So we weren't quite sure if it was supposed to have one or not, a report. So that's the problem with this one. We were thinking about trying to call over to see, if we could find out what was going on before, and maybe take a little break so we can get this done. Just wanna note that that's what this one is. Okay, that's 52.
So you said it's listed in
And here, actually, yes, it's listed here. So See, in the exhibits,
in the exhibits, but it's not.
it's missing and it's not referred to in the board bill itself. I told you there is all kind of different ways that it's not. So the next one is, Board Bill 54 introduced by Alderman Jesse Todd regarding 5125 Enright. So in here, Exhibit G is missing in the exhibit list, but we actually have Exhibit G and it is referred to in the board bill itself. But it's missing right here on the exhibit list. They found every way they could. Okay, now we're going to Board Bill 55. First thing on page 1, it says Exhibit B when it should be Attachment B. And this is Board Bill introduced by Marlene Davis. Exhibit B, it should be Attachment B, which is what it is in the. And then, in the exhibits, G is missing under the exhibits, but I believe it is attached, which is a sustainability report, and it is referenced in the board bill, but it's not under the exhibits. Okay, Board Bill 61. I beg your pardon? 60.
No, so I was just reading it.
Oh, 61, introduced by Alderwoman Davis, for redevelopment plan for 72812 South Teresa. G is not listed, sustainability report is not listed under exhibits. And I believe it's also not attached, but it is referenced in the board bill. Board Bill 66, introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. It is a redevelopment plan, and it actually does list the exhibit, and is referenced in the board bill, but we're missing the actual sustainability report. So we're missing the exhibit, although it talks about it. That would be Exhibit G. All of these sustainability reports are Exhibit G, by the way. Okay. Board Bill 70, introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard. Redevelopment plan for 52, I'm sorry, not by Tamika Hubbard, but Alderwoman Shameen Hubbard, okay? Shameen Clark Hubbard. She does want her board bills to reflect Clark Hubbard on them, okay? I checked with her when she was here, so that would help me too, because I saw Hubbard and went to Tamika immediately. And this, when I saw this address, I knew it wasn't Tamika. It's 5236 Vernon Avenue. And when you get to the exhibits page, it's missing the sustainability report. It actually is referenced in the board bill, and it is attached. And Board Bill 72, introduced by Alderwoman Tamika Hubbard, is a redevelopment plan for 1528, 1530 Locust Street. And let's see, the exhibit does not have the sustainability report. This is Exhibit G, but it does, it's referenced and is attached in the board bill. And let's see. Did we do, no, we didn't do 74, which we can pass, but the ordinance number needs to be attached, okay? You didn't do 74? No. And I didn't know if we did 69. I think
No, we didn't do
So
69.
we got
No.
these two,
Yeah.
right,
So we can pass
Okay.
out 69
and 74, okay. 74 is an ordinance introduced by, Board Bill number 74 is introduces a board bill that amends ordinance 70494, which is not attached. But everything else is right, so pending attaching ordinance 70494, I'd entertain a motion to pass Board Bill 74 out with a due pass recommendation. Tired here. He's letting you do it.
Okay. Who's on first?
You are. We're changing up.
Make a motion to pass out board bill number 74 with the due pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous roll.
I have a motion and a second, and call for previous roll to pass out Board Bill 74 with a due pass recommendation pending attachment of ordinance 70494. Any objection to previous roll? Hearing none. Board Bill 74 is passed out pending our recommendation to attach the ordinance. And last but not least for now, because we're gonna have to take a break, Board Bill 69 is a board bill introduced by Alderman Joseph Vollmer, which is a TIF for the Northampton I-4040 redevelopment project. I want to thank our former attorney / clerk, Dave Sweeney, because everything is attached, and he's going to make sure he tells everybody at his staff and firm that we like it when you exhibit in page, to put the page numbers, and you put the bold, and it makes it really easy to find things. And he is going to send us over. There were a couple of little small corrections in putting the date in the board bill in the attached in Exhibit B. And he's gonna send that over, but pending those corrections, I'd entertain a motion, we pass out Board Bill 69 with a due pass recommendation.
I make a motion that we pass out board bill number 69 with a due pass recommendation.
Second.
Previous roll.
There's been a motion to pass out Board Bill 69, there's been a second, and there's been a previous roll for it with a due pass recommendation. Hearing, any objections? Hearing none, Board Bill 69 is passed out, subject those few little small corrections that will be sent over. It's passed out with a due pass recommendation. At this point, I guess we're gonna have to take a little bit of a break. Is everybody okay with that, while we try to find out if they can clear up these are kind of small things, and I would prefer to try to get them out if we can. So we'll take a 10-minute break or so, 15-minute break. Is that all right with everyone? All right, thank you. We took a break, and during the break, the clerk was able to call Del Rousset over to SLDC, and we found out that they cannot get these board bills completed today, but they feel like they can get them done by the end of the day, which means that we need to meet at 9 or 9:30 in the morning to complete this. What is the committee's, you rather do 9 so we have enough time, or 9:15?
9:15.
9:15.
Okay, we're not gonna adjourn, cause then we don't have enough
Right,
time.
right.
What we're gonna do is,
Just continue.
there you go, because it went out of my head again. Okay, we're gonna continue this meeting until 9:15, a Friday, July the 3rd.
No,
No,
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
July the 3rd.
I almost got it right, Wednesday, July the
I think
3rd.
she's checking us.
Well, you did good, I had the date right.
Now, what did you get out of there?
Water. That's all I ever drink. I don't even drink water or tea. Sometimes lemonade. So we're
So,
just gonna.
We're
so
adjourned.
We're not adjourning.
We're
We're just
continuing
gonna
the meeting
continue the
till
meeting till
9:15,
9:15, Wednesday, July
July
3rd. Okay.
And